Hi, welcome to this week's episode of the Ultras Pod. We'll be discussing the most recent Cap Pro Series game against Southside Eagles, and we'll be previewing the next game against Holland Park Hawks. So, without further ado, we'll get straight into it.
Do it.
Cool.
Southside Eagles.
Southside Eagles, tough game.
It was a very physical,
Mm,
very brutal game. A lot of tackles that were let go by referee on both sides.
mm.
But it wasn't, when I say brutal, it wasn't nasty. It was good, hard
Yeah, it was
competition
physical.
football.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
it was a good physical game. And each team gave as good as it got.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And struggled a bit enough in that first half. We did say in the last pod that Southside Eagles might be hurting a little bit and that they might try to come out and hit us hard. And we need to be ready for that. And, we had a bit of a change squad. So I'm not sure if we were necessarily ready for how hard they were going to come out and hit us straight away.
Mm.
But we got an early goal through Hiroshi Miyazawa, first goal at home in a competitive match, which is absolutely fantastic. Good to see him off the mark, and that'll give him a bit of confidence.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was a well taken goal too.
It was. Um, and then an early red card to our goalkeeper, Ben Wood, for a handball outside the box, stopping a goal scoring opportunity. Unfortunate, but totally understand the situation he was put in.
Yeah.
So it is.
I mean, what else could he do? I mean, he thought he was doing right. It's one of those things that happen. He's not the first goalkeeper, and he won't be the last,
Yeah.
but that has gone through that situation. So, and I do feel for him, and I do feel for the lad that came off. I think that was young
Damon
Damon.
Gurrell, yeah. Damon Gurrell.
Yeah, I felt for him as well, but I think all the players knew a sacrifice had to be made,
Yeah, you can't
and
blame
I
that
think
goalkeeper.
no, and Grossi done I think an excellent choice
Mm.
of fulfilling that role. You know, and we got stronger.
Mm.
You know, we were more determined.
Yeah. And no disrespect to Damon Gurrell at all. He's had a fantastic preseason. I've really enjoyed what I've seen of
Oh,
him. Um,
yeah, it's great, great
yeah,
lad.
but as from the three midfielders that we had on, he had the least experience, and we needed an experienced midfield in that particular situation to suddenly, very very early in the match, go 10
Mm,
11. So
yeah.
I'm getting excited by Damon Gurrell. I think he's doing really really well.
Oh, he's midfield play, his touch play, his passing play. It's excellent, and the lad it can only get better.
Oh, definitely.
And that's exciting to see that he's going to get better.
Yeah. All right, after that red card moment, Southside Eagles equalized, and it was 1-1 for a really long time until Lyndon Farr came on in the second half. Brought a little bit of magic with him, scored a goal, and then 2 minutes later, Daniel Lex scored as well,
Yep,
running it out 3-1 winners. So yeah, tough, tight game.
tight game, but in the end, I think it was a fair result too. I think it was the later stages of that second half where one of the lads got sent off, one of the South Eagle boys got sent off
Yeah,
through a very nasty challenge.
yeah. Not
Um,
exactly controlled.
Something I don't think he would have meant, but heat of the moment,
Yeah,
and it was unfortunate.
yeah,
But he saw red,
yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah, definitely wasn't in control of that tackle at all. But thankfully,
no,
our player Oscar was fine. He was up and running around moments later, which is
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
Really,
shook it off and off he went.
yep, cool. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think that was good. As I said, it was a very hard, robust game. It was a real, pro series challenge game. It was
Yeah,
hard. It was fast. I thought our passing game was brilliant. I thought our interchange play was brilliant. We worked the lines well. Passing across the back line, absolutely brilliant.
speaking
And the
of
team was really in control.
our passing game was better and our wing game was better. Massive shout
Yeah,
out to Lathan Dunn. for filling in that
Oh,
right back role in the second half of that match.
what a great! Hats off to the lad.
You know,
Tell you,
like there's not too many players who can fill in like that, go from a very attacking to a very defensive role, and
yeah,
not
it's
really
certainly
be a detriment to the
yeah,
team at all. In fact, he actually added to the team and helped
yeah,
with the wing play and put some crosses in and was, really, really there for the other winger on the right hand side, which is Hiroshi, eventually came across. So hats off to him for filling in that role.
yeah,
Massive,
yeah.
massive
I remember in
respect.
my playing days, I was a forward, and you hated going down to the backs. It was
Yeah,
just a position that you just did not relish.
yeah,
So, yeah, 10 out of 10 for him.
yeah. Well done. Our next game in the Cap Pro Series again, remembering that the first four rounds of the Cap Pro Series happened in the first 3 weeks. So round three will be against Holland Park Hawks on Saturday the 8th at 6 p.m. at Holland Park. So not too far away. It's not a massive away trip, thankfully. It is just down the road a little bit. And this one should be interesting.
I think so. I mean, they're an unknown force to us. We really don't know how they play or how they set up.
Hmm.
We're not too sure how they're coached. So we're kind of going in there blind, which can be a good thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have the real expectations of what you're facing. So we can go in there and play our game
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah, well, as far as I can remember of recent history, we haven't played Holland Park Hawks. So yeah, this will be a very, very interesting one.
Mm,
However, they have played obviously their 2 rounds in the Cap Pro Series. They won 5-2 against Caboolture and they lost 3-2 against Gold Coast United, which is a very respectable result for a team that
certainly
last
is.
season was in FQPL2 and
Mm,
got promoted with a really respectable tally, I guess, of results of the
yeah,
22 matches. So I'm actually just looking it up on my screen now. Of the 22 matches that they played in FQPL2, they won 18 of them, drew three, lost one. Their one loss was the last game of the season.
that's a pretty impressive result.
Sorry, the fifth last game of the season. So when things start
Yeah,
winding down.
yeah,
That's incredible. That is such an incredible run
yeah.
from FQPL2.
That's
Obviously,
yeah,
very
fantastic.
very rightful to be promoted into FQPL1. And yeah, obviously put on a really good showing of themselves against Gold Coast United.
Yeah, yeah. And as you said, with those two results they've just had, they obviously maintain the core of that playing squad,
Hmm.
and they may have added to that playing squad, hence their good results against Caboolture and Gold Coast United.
Yep,
So yeah, we could be in for a really fast, good game on Saturday.
yep. And to make it even better, it has been confirmed that Holland Park Hawks are trying to turn that into a big club day. So not only is our senior men's kicking off at 6 p.m. that day on field one, the under 23 boys are playing at 4 o'clock on field two, but our senior women's are playing on field one at 4 o'clock. Curtain raiser for the
Even
next game.
even more reason to get down there.
Even more reason to get down there. And I do believe Cam Fox, the senior women's head coach, actually was at Holland Park Hawks.
So it'll be an interesting return to
So
his old
to
stamping
return for
ground.
him as well.
Yeah,
So we'll be down there from 4 o'clock cheering on the ladies as well. Very much hoping for a good preseason kick out for them. Their season hasn't quite kicked off yet. They've got a couple more weeks, I believe.
yep,
But yeah, so we'll definitely be down there for them. And then the men at 6 o'clock. So if you can get down there for both games, I strongly encourage you to get down there. Come see us.
yep,
We'll have our banner up and we'll have our flags waving high.
yep. You won't miss us.
God no. All right.
So it should be good. Should be good.
Well, until then, we will see
Have
you.
a good week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.